Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. This is live on February the 12th of 2026. And just coming to you to kind of let you know what's some changes that I'm going to be um, doing here on the channel coming up here in the next couple of weeks starting. And so I want to share that with you so you're not surprised. Um, the changes, well, first of all, let me welcome in. Hello to Lyle. Welcome in. Toops, welcome in. Hello. Hello to everyone. If you're watching this on the replay, I do appreciate it. Would love a hello in the comments. Um, and any questions also? Any questions about what I'm going to talk about? Um, and I'm just going to go through kind of quickly the content that I do here on the channel and what is and isn't changing with it. So I've got currently, or previously, I should say, I have had 3 live shows and 3 weekly live streams, and I've sort of, and I regularly, and I just went kind of through a review process about a month ago, and I added a stream. Julie McCowan, hello, welcome in. Tina McNeil, hello. Curtis family, hello, Chris. Well, thank you, Julie. I enjoy doing all my streams. I'm glad you enjoy all my streams. Let me just go through. There's kind of the bullet points of all my shows and all the different types of streams, and I'm going to tell you if and what is going to change and what may not be changing. I'll talk about the one that is changing. Um, sorry. Last. So let me go through. First of all, my brand new show, which is Rooster Mode Activated, which is live Monday mornings at 8 a.m. I love that show, and that's not going anywhere. It will still be live Monday mornings at 8 a.m. weekly. That's not changing. It's not going anywhere. Okay? Next bullet point. Let's talk turkey. Let's talk turkey. I'm going to try really hard to not let this go as a weekly show. Um, my struggle has been like, what am I going to talk about? What's the theme going to be? So I'm going to do my darndest, my best to keep it weekly. I may, in the course of a month, you may see a Saturday where I am not live, and that's just because, you know, there I didn't have any ideas or whatever. But I'm going to try really hard. I'm going to try to start having a guest on every month, at least one a month. Looking at a concept, I've got to reach out to someone to see if they'll be willing to give it a go. But let's talk turkey for now is um, um, exactly, Tina. To give me time to find suggestions, to keep it fresh, to keep ideas going. I mean, I like having little games that I do, trivia, whatever, would you rather, the games, the who's who character games, different variations of that. Um, having guests on, what am I going to talk about? Am I going to rant about Disney? Am I going to do it, whatever about, Disney is going to be something else. Um, so, um, Throughout the course of a month, there may be at least one Saturday where I'm not live, but Let's Talk Turkey is going to stay live on Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. So um, next we have my mobile streams from Walt Disney World and elsewhere. So I'm going to still continue to do that. Jalen, hello, welcome in. Lyle said we can always talk about turkey legs and coffee. The turkey legs I can always talk about, but the coffee, I'd have to do that with a guest because I don't really know anything about the coffee. I don't really, it, anyway. Um, but anyway, my mobile streams. So my Disney Pass is going to expire at the end of March. And so for about a month or so until the weather here in Florida starts to become, super unbearable, I am going to be continuing to go to Disney. I'll do some Disney Springs maybe. I might go to some of the resorts. I want to visit some resorts and do a little, stroll around, see um, what I see. I have not been to the All Stars resorts in years, and actually, I haven't even been to the sports or the music. But the movies I went to once, and that was a while ago. I want to go back to the Art of Animation resort. And I'll stroll over maybe to the Pop Century. So you'll see some resorts during the month of April and maybe early May. Once the weather gets too hot, I'm not even going to bother going down to Disney. I will be going. Will still have my Lou Gardens membership, so I'll still be doing that. That's still going to be in the mix. I'll go down to the beach or up to the beach um, and do sunrise streams. And actually, I've got one coming up bright and early tomorrow morning. Dave Stragan, hello, welcome in. So my mobile streams, those are still going to be in place. For Christmas, I'm probably going to be phasing out the live content for Fort Christmas. Unfortunately, because the signal is not great out there and I can't actually take you in to the buildings. And so if I go out there, I might just do like a little stroll around a part of it or around the whole part. Um, so I'll have to be creative with what I do with Fort Christmas. Um, you know, I have a couple ideas for that, but I think you probably will not have any more live stuff from Fort Christmas. Um, Jason and Gloria Thibodeau, welcome in. Hello. Um, yes, as long as I say hi to the chickens, I always want to say hi to the chickens. So, and I'm going to try to find some other places. I have a couple places actually that I may go during April instead of actually going to Disney. One place in particular, and stay tuned to the channel. Finding other places that I can stream, that I can go to, that I can, put on the channel, and at least on a regular basis. Um, so all that leads me to um, the stream that you have come to enjoy on Thursday nights as being Once Upon a Turkey Leg. It was Storyland for a few months there during the fall and Christmas season. But Once Upon a Turkey Leg, it's not. I'm not getting rid of it completely, but I am making some changes, and this will be an experimental phase. Starting in the last week of February, coming up in March. Um, so let me talk about Once Upon a Turkey Leg. I greatly enjoy Once Upon a Turkey Leg, reading you the stories, um, you know, doing that for you and giving you a chance to relax and chill out during the week and share that with you. Robin, I Heart Disney, hello, welcome in. However, I've been kind of looking, taking a step back and looking at my streams. And when I started Rooster Mode Activated, my worst fear was realized when I realized that trying to do 3 weekly live streams was just too much. But I like these concepts and I want to keep them on the channel on my catalog of content for you. So what I'm going to be doing with Once Upon a Turkey Leg is I'm going to be not doing it live anymore. After tonight, um, I am going to be going live at 8 o'clock for Once Upon a Turkey Leg. That stream is coming up. You probably got the notification for it a few minutes ago. If YouTube's doing its job, but tonight will be the last live Once Upon a Turkey Leg that you will, be able to come in and chat live. What I'm going to be doing, and the reason I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, and then I'm going to tell you why. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a live stream, but it's going to be an unlisted stream just for the purpose of an easier recording method. And so there won't be editing or anything. There won't be an intro, but I am going to go live. I'm going to read the stories and I'm going to sign off. And then at that point, I will go back in and make it public a little later after I complete that unlisted live stream. And I'm going to have to see how this works because I don't know if once I make it public, it'll then send out that notification. So I'll have to experiment on that. If anyone has any knowledge on that, let me know. But I'm going to experiment with that. Probably even over the weekend, I might read a story, do it like that. So we'll see. We'll see. Keep an eye on your notifications. You might get the first, Once Upon a Turkey Leg um, reading. Um, but so with that, what's going to happen is because I'm doing it unlisted and then it's going up after, you're probably going to have more stories here on the channel because I'm not going to be concerned necessarily with who else is live, or whatnot. You'll probably have more stories coming to the channel. You might get, the notification coming up on, Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night, maybe I'll do it again, all times. I'm going to try to also work in a regular schedule with it. But for the first, several weeks here, I'm going to try a random evenings. They will go up in the evenings around this time, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. So just keep that in mind. Once Upon a Turkey Leg, you may see it Once Upon a Turkey Leg. And I'm going to try seeing, along with that, is maybe doing just one story each video, or I might keep it to the 2 stories. So I'm going to kind of consider what I'm doing there with how many stories I do each, live stream. So that's the what. The why is, and this is tough for me to say, And this is not directed to any of you or anyone in particular. But it's just the way that live streams are and the way that it works when there's a live chat. And it's great to have the live chat and to chat with you and to, have everyone in here. But what I've kind of identified finally after a few years of doing it all, live, is that the live chat, and again, I mean this the kindest way and not against anyone, it's kind of annoying when I'm reading the stories and people pop in mid-story and I greet them and kind of my what I'd like to be able to do with my stories is to just read. And so by not having anyone in the chat while I do an unlisted stream, I'll be able to read the story and I'll be able to have it just be a vlog reading. And so, I'm still gonna keep. Let me say hello, Steph's Disney Advent or Steph's Joy in the Journey. Sorry, Steph's. Ryan, welcome in. Dave's Disney Dream, hello. Paul Engel, hello. Um, so that's why I'm making that change, and I think it's going to be a good change, and and I think switching that formatting of the stories, you will see again. I think you're going to see a lot more stories at different times. Um, you know, Monday mornings, I'll still have Monday mornings. I'll still have Saturday evenings. Those streams, I'm going to keep going now. So effectively, I'm going to have those set times for me, and then there's going to be, just whenever I, I have some time, 10, 15 minutes, where I want to put up a story, and I'll have that, vehicle at my disposal. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to that change. I hopefully you guys will receive that well and continue to follow the Once Upon a Turkey Leg offering here on the channel in its new formatting. So, so let me just a quick recap on what are the changes and what is not changing. Basically, my live streams are staying the same except for Once Upon a Turkey Leg. Monday morning, 8 a.m., you've got Rooster Mode Activated. Saturday evenings at 8 p.m. is going to be Let's Talk Turkey at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And at, throughout the week and around from places in Central Florida, you are going to have my mobile on location streams. Just, at, but I'll set those up, in advance for you to find it out. Before I recap on Once Upon a Turkey Leg, can I have one of my moderators grab the link to the upcoming Once Upon a Turkey Leg coming up here in just a little bit, and put that link in. So I'll see you guys on a separate stream coming up here at 8 o'clock. But then talking about Once Upon a Turkey Leg, tonight's Once Upon a Turkey Leg is going to be the last live Once Upon a Turkey Leg. And then following that, starting the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start having unlisted streams that I make public afterwards. And so you will see those go live all throughout the week, any night, probably except for Saturday because I'm already doing something Saturday night. But you probably won't see it every night, but you might see it up to maybe 3 times a week at, random. It'll be a nice little surprise. Oh, Once Upon a Turkey Leg. Dean did a story today. Um, so Thursday nights, if you wanted to plan to do something Thursday nights, um, and trying to, catch my stream, it will no longer be happening on Thursdays as a live. So that's it. That's the update, guys. That changed to Once Upon a Turkey Leg. Um, you know, I am going to go ahead and wrap up this stream, guys. That link that Robin, I Heart Disney, just put in to the chat, that will go to my stream coming up here in about 10 minutes. But with that, guys, that's my updates. If you have any questions about it or any reactions, come back to the comments right after the stream, and don't put it in the live chat. But if you wanted to communicate anything, put it in the comments afterwards here, and I'm going to be live for the last Once Upon a Turkey Leg coming up here in a few minutes. That's going to be live. So I look forward to seeing all of you guys and hopefully more friends again in the next stream here on the channel. I'm going to grab a background, put it up. I'm going to go get a drink of water. And I will see you guys very soon here on the channel. So have a gobble-tastic evening, guys. Take care. And yeah, that'll be it. Take care, guys.